So for today's video, we're going to be doing the Libra makeup look. So happy Libra season to all my Libras out there. Do let me know if you are a Libra. I would love to know. I am actually a Libra moon, so right now my Libra moon is pretty proud. Really like how the makeup turned out. I actually wanted a little bit something light, not as cranberry and purpley as it came out, but the look was kind of just inspired by the glitter and the light colors, the light pink and all that. The first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how I achieved this makeup look. Then I'm gonna go ahead and tell you all about the Libras, and then I'm gonna end it with the Greek mythology and the famous Libra people. Libra is from September 23rd to October 22nd. It is a masculine sign. The ruling planet is Venus, which Venus rules pleasure, social pursuits, art, and adornment. The polarity is Aries, obviously the scales. The scales of justice reflect Libra's function of creating peaceful equilibrium and perfect balance. You hate to upset anyone or rock the boat and will win people over grace and charm. My mom is actually a Libra. I haven't been able to figure out my mom's birth chart because she doesn't have her birth certificate, and my grandma does not remember what time she was born. I mean, she did have 8 kids, so it's understandable that she doesn't remember the time everybody was born at. So yeah, I would love to know what my mom's moon and rising is, but I'm never gonna be able to know. That's crazy. But yes, my mom is actually like the most, like, my mom is such a good person. She's the best, very, very friendly. She's always had like a lot of friends throughout her life. She's very like sociable, and yet she does not like to be mad at like any of my siblings. Like, she really avoids it, and it's very rare for us to be like mad at her, or like her mad at, like, for us to be mad at each other. I definitely do agree that Libras do try to keep the peace as much as they can, and I feel like I am becoming more like that. Whereas to before I wouldn't really care about other people, but now I just kind of care about keeping it peaceful. You are concerned with fairness and equality. Librans are often drawn to legal work or campaigns against social justice. My girl AOC, often called the polite Aries, abides by rules of fair play and will go to war against someone who oversteps the bonds. I used to have a best friend who was a Libra, and she was always like that. Like, she would really call out people who would like be mean for no reason, or like would try to like bully somebody. She like defended me a couple of times against people who try to be mean to me, or not be mean to me, but just, you know, like kind of like try to put me down. Like, she defended me like a lot of times, so I'll always keep her in my heart. The Libra spirit tries to see all sides, applying the airy gift of objectivity. Librans need the motivating presence of a partner. Periods of loneliness or isolation can sap the spirit. Libra is active, easygoing, peaceable, diplomatic, polished, and very socially inclined. You appreciate life's more elegant offerings. For you, outer beauty reflects inner harmony. Some negative traits would be perhaps your least attractive trait is insincerity, although your motivation is usually to oil the wheels and make things look good. I don't know a whole lot of Libras. I actually know more Libra men than Libra women. Why? I don't know. Like, I've only really met like 2 Libra women, which my mom and that best friend that I had. But yeah, Libra man, I don't know. Y'all are weird. Like, I have met people, or I haven't met, but I have observed some Libras, and I feel like they just kind of struggle with being really true to who they are. But I feel like it just happens because they are such a mutable sign. Like, they just know how to blend with others, and I feel like that's why they can kind of lose themselves, or like a part of themselves. A narcissist at heart, you expect admiration, and your energies are focused on melding and combining with other people. In professional world, you are a superb team player. You're able to meld any disparate egos into smoothing working union. Yes, my mom has told me a bunch of drama at her work with like women, or like with like coworkers that just like start drama for no reason, but she still talks to them because she feels bad like not being their friend anymore. Yeah, my mom's crazy. Like, she'll like stay friends with you for like ever. Like, I feel like Libras, although they do hold grudges, I feel like they're very forgiving people. The Libra myth, but it is very, very similar to the Virgo. So the main Libra myth revolves around Greek goddess Astrea, represented by the constellation Virgo. Astrea was a goddess of innocence and purity who lived on earth as an essential being. She eventually fled, escaping the onslaught of human depravity, which appeared at dawn of the Bronze Age. Astra represented justice, just like her mother, Themis, the goddess of divine justice. When Zeus placed Astra in the sky, she was holding the scales of justice, represented by the constellation Libra. The Libra scales reminds us of harmony, delicacy, and fairness. To hold her place in the sky until the day she returns to Earth as the ruler of the new golden age, which I think, if I'm 100% sure, it's like the same thing as like the Virgo, because yeah, like I think it's not Astra, but the scales of Astra are kind of like the constellation of Libra. Okay, so yeah, that was a pretty interesting one, I guess, because it just kind of like goes hand in hand with Virgo, so I thought that was pretty cute. And now we're gonna go ahead and end it with some famous Libras. So Julie Andrews, AOC, Ocasio-Cortez, Hilary Duff, Carrie Fisher, my girl, may she rest in peace. Are y'all Star Wars fans? Because also Luke Skywalker, I'll look for his name right now, but he's also a Libra. Will Smith, Kim Kardashian, which makes sense. I feel like all air signs are pretty much like airheads. So they're so funny. John Krasinski. It's the guy from The Office, Jim. Brie Larson, loved my girl Captain Marvel. Cardi B, Donald Glover, Mark Hamill, which is Luke Skywalker. May he rest in peace in Star Wars. Susan Sarandon, whatever. Dakota Johnson, which is the girl from 50 Shades of Grey. Nick Cannon, Sigourney Weaver, Alexandra Weaver, which she's like is a sci-fi queen. I believe she came out in Avatar and other like weird alien movies. I might be wrong though. Bruno Mars, Luke Perry, which is Archie's dad from Riverdale. Hugh Jackman, which is X-Men if I'm correct. Usher, Zac Efron, which he was my crush for the longest time. Snoop Dogg, Ryan Reynolds, Gloria Anzaldúa, which is my girl. She was a feminist. She was an American scholar of like Chicana cultural theory, so she was like a feminist theory. The best known book of hers is Borderlands, La Frontera de Niña Mestiza, and she came up with this way to describe like the border. So Nepantla, which just means like an in-between space, and yeah, like you should just look her up, and like her like that little like poem where she describes like the border and like being in between two worlds like that. Oh my god, amazing. If I find it, I will leave it down below. And then also Bell Hooks, which that's not her real name. I believe she was also born on the same day as as Gloria Anzaldúa, but she was also a feminist, and she was involved in feminist theory. She I've read 2 books of hers. One is books which is Teaching to Transgress, Education as a Practice of Freedom. And yeah, her philosophy, I read it a long time ago, like a really long time ago, but I just love the way that she described like teaching. And La Escalera, oh, this book, if you are like into philosophy and all of that, and like teaching and like, you know, just like the way to ask questions. And also she had this really amazing book which is called The Will to Change Men. It's really good. That one like really opens your eyes, because she like really digs into like toxic masculinity and all that. So yes, we do love very feminist women, feminist justice warriors. All I have for Libras. Hope you enjoyed and hope you learned a little something new from maybe Libras or famous people. you know, my two girls. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and hopefully I can see you on the next one.